जब आप कुरुक्षेत्र के छोटे से गांव में अपनी बिटिया को भेज रहे थे तो समाज से किस तरह की प्रतिक्रियाओं का सामना आपने किया और कैसे आपने हिम्मत की कि नहीं, मैं रानी को हॉकी का ही खिलाड़ी बनाऊंगा? रामपाल जी,
ये 5वीं कक्षा में पढ़ती थी, वहीं पे ग्राउंड था, बलदेव सर खिलाते थे, ये स्कूल में जाती थी, इसको लड़कियां वहां खेलती थी, इसको इस चीज की जिद होगी कि मैंने भी हॉकी खेलना है। जब ये हॉकी खेलने लग गई कुछ टाइम के बाद रिश्तेदार क्या, समाज क्या और भाई बंद क्या, वो सारे इस चीज को कहने लगे तुम लड़की को कितना बड़ा प्लेयर बनाएगा, लड़की है ये, तुम इसको टी शर्ट में जाएगी, निक्कर में जाएगी। बातें तो बहुत कुछ हुई हैं जी।
This is one of the most momentous moments I have in my life. This is so emotional, not just because they have played extremely well in the last 2 games in the pool matches, that continuity they have maintained. And this is one good thing, that they went into Australia, they played against Australia with that winning momentum. And right from the first whistle, India looked dominating.
Nobody expected this team to perform so well, and being down in 3 matches, getting beaten so badly, the way they came back, it was as if this was not the same team which had played earlier.
हमारे जो महिला खिलाड़ी हैं उन्होंने कमाल कर दिया है। इनको सबका प्रदर्शन देख के एक ही चीज मेरे मन से निकल रही है कि हमारी छोरियां छोरों से कम नहीं है।
The euphoria that I have been feeling is just unparalleled. So I mean, eventually, there is no comparison ever. I mean, my role was scripted, like you said. It was real. I had the option of doing a retake and another retake if I wanted. But this is the real deal. These girls are the real pride of the nation.
None would have imagined, India to play that well. But looking at the way the team held on after shooting in the very first quarter, till the whistle was blown at the end, in the 4th quarter, they defended as if it was a do or die.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ ऐसा मुकाबला खेलना और 1 गोल करके उसको 4 हाथ तक बचाए रखना और इतनी अच्छी डिफेंस करना, और सविता की तो जितनी तारीफ करें उतनी कम है, क्योंकि उसने 9 पेनल्टी कॉर्नर्स सेव किए हैं, इंडियन टीम को बचाया है एक तरह से। तो ये हिस्टोरिक मूवमेंट है और हिस्टोरिक विक्ट्री है पूरे देश और हॉकी लवर्स के लिए।
Is this in a way the best day that you've seen in Olympics in terms of an achievement of a team in the last 20-30 years of Indians in Olympic sport since our men won a hockey gold?
I will say the last 24 hours has been defining for our campaign. Sindhu started it, the men added flavor to it, and the women sort of just, that icing on the cake, the cherry on top. You asked if this was the 1983 moment. It will be, provided they get a medal. Otherwise, it will come close because they've already broken barriers to beat Australia.
It has been 4 decades that India is devoid of a medal. And these girls, without any incentives, without any facilities, without any tournaments being organized at the local level, they are pumping themselves up. And the entire hockey fraternity, they are providing them that love and affection in a hope that someday India will win.
Hockey, I think a lot of people forget, is our national sport, and there's so much pride associated with that. Today, everywhere I went, including my pool, people, all they could talk about was Kamaljeet, was the hockey girls, was Sindhu's amazing match yesterday. So it's a coming of age, but I do think things have changed for my time. I think the government is investing a lot. I heard close to about 80 crores has been spent in the last 5 years between the men's and the women's team to get them to where they are today, but that needs to continue.
The preparations for this Olympic Games have been one of the best ever, right? It's been an excellent collaborative effort by the government, the Sports Authority of India, the top scheme, private organizations like ours, and state governments like, for example, Odisha government, to be supporting the athletes. And we've come a long, long way, right? When I played at the 2008 Beijing Olympics, there were hardly any facilities. We had to really fend for ourselves, get the right things for ourselves, and there wasn't much support. And cut to now 2021, I think it's been tremendous effort by the entire ecosystem.
I've been following all the games they've been playing. The first 3 games they were outbeaten completely, and to come back with this performance in the quarterfinals, into the semis, against Australia, holding on to that 1-0 from the first quarter till the last. 9 penalty corners saved. I think Savitha did an excellent job.
Why is the BJP accusing the Kerala government of blatant double standards and minority appeasement? The Kerala government has battled the pandemic, perhaps the best, as it argues.
When policy decisions are controlled by people who run a public relation exercise, then you have all kind of labelings. I don't think any state has gone to such level of public relation. So all that figure that you had, I mean, are questionable. And the fudging has been constant, even whether it was the earlier health minister or the current one. So this, now it is a little more blatant because there's a team there and the centre has put heavy pressure on them. So this matter stands exposed.
More than Eid was the result from Kottayam district, which is a Christian district in Kerala. The problem was in Kottayam and not in the Muslim areas to that extent. Secondly, the Eid is a family festival and there were no big groups of people coming in.
But what about Onam? No restrictions on Eid, but restrictions during Onam?
My point is, you don't have to have two standards for Eid and Onam, but Onam is a different kind of festival. It's a festival of public gatherings.
And Eid is not?
Eid this year was not.
Pampering of these religious groups and identities have been very much inherent in our political class. They do
so you
we understand.
You concede this is minority appeasement when Eid restrictions are eased in Kerala. You concede it is minority appeasement. It is for minority votes.
I won't say it's appeasement. No, I won't say
it is for minority votes.
I will say it is pampering by all political parties of all religions.
So what you are saying is this is the Pinarayi Vijayan government, pampering the Muslims of Kerala.
The fact that the lockdown was released at a time when the cases were surging can never by any scientist be said to be correct, whatever be the reason behind it. And we've seen since then that there has been some surge in cases. Unless the test positivity rate comes down to below 5%, there would be no justification in opening up for any reason whatsoever.